Reef DVMs here. Last time I showed you a video on the phosphate situation in our tank, and to try and help it out in this tank I wanted to experiment with a product called didnt. So I went online, I found it overseas, and I had it shipped to me. Well, here it is, folks. This is the product. It came via Royal Mail in this very light packaging material, a bottle of liquid, completely destroyed including the directions, but for some reason still intact. Even the metal cap on this thing was all dented to heck. But believe it or not, the product made it all the way over from England to us. Here's didnt. This is actually my tank right now before putting it in. It has diatoms, it has some diflagellates in it. It's not the best. Again, I made a mistake. We let the GFO run out. We had some different pump issues with them basically grinding to a halt, which lost flow. The tank in this particular one of my 75 gallons just kind of went to pot very quickly. So the suggestion was, you know, correct it and get everything back underway, or make an experiment out of it at this point. So I decided it was time to experiment. So got on the phone overseas, used my PayPal account, and brought the product over because it's supposed to be great. You're supposed to use this product to basically knock out your diatoms and your dinos in your tank. You're supposed to knock the lights off for about 3 days, add this stuff to the tank, knock off the UV lamps, the protein skimmer can keep functioning, but you take out all your carbon and your phosphate removers. And after 3 days, everything dies off. You turn the lights back on, and you dose it for about another week. And then these things are supposedly gone, and they don't come back and bug you. At least that's what they say. This product is obviously in pounds, so it cost about $80, $90 to get to the States here. But either way, I thought, let's give it a try. I read the directions on it. 1 teaspoon per 25 gallons of tank water. Again, dose daily while the lights are out, and then for a period thereafter. I took the sump, in this case it's an egg crate sump, and I pulled all the carbon and GFO that I had in it out. A lot of the GFO was really old anyways, which is how I got the problem. So there's nothing in here to absorb anything. I left the protein skimmer on at this point. I went over to my Digital Aquatics Reef Keeper 2, went to the lights, and turned off both of the lights for the time being. This doesn't really hurt the tank at all, folks. There's a lot of different storms in the ocean, and some of them, like the typhoons and stuff, come over. They last for several days. So coral not having light for a couple days, no big deal. So again, I shut off all the lights. I grabbed myself a beaker here because I got to do about, for this size of a tank, I got to do around 15 mLs of the product. And I just pour it out here and measured it. It's a pretty simple process. The product is invertebrate safe. The product is under trademark, so they don't really want to tell you exactly what's in it. So I wasn't able to do a lot on it. I do know it's got a pH of 7, which is neutral. You just take the product. In this case, I'm just going to push this light back, and I'm going to dump it into the tank with the lights off, and then I'm going to kill the lights in the room for 3 days. And then I'll turn the lights back on, and I'll dose it for about another week. So I'll probably have to stop the video here and come back and finish this video in a little bit. So right now it's in the tank, and we'll see how it does. Coming back here after my tank is sat for almost 7 days, well actually I think we're on day 10 actually, since we turned the lights back on, and by gosh, nothing wrong in the tank, including the fact that the diatoms and dinos are doing just fine. They're all over the sand bed still. Matter of fact, they seem happier than ever, folks. Nothing is hurt in the tank. I'm out nothing in regards to issues other than the $80 it cost me to buy the product, but everything is still living quite well in the sand. I think at this point I'm going to add my GFO back in. I'm going to set my tank back up and get it running the way I want. So product was kind of an absolute waste for me. As you can see, the tank is doing fine here. All the critters, my clownfish, my chromis, my snail, my peppermint shrimp, my scarlet red guy there, everything, all the coral doing great. Product really seemed to have no effect on anything, folks. So what a bummer it was, but at least I gave it a try. In this product review, I can honestly say this is not a product I'll probably try again. But hey, it was worth it. I like to at least try what's out there and see if it works for me, and in this case it didn't. Thank you for watching. I hope you subscribe to our channel. We'll continue to put out updates. As far as the phosphate goes, our next step is probably to add some GFO back in and carbon and get this tank fixed. Thank you, folks.